Namaskar, Swagatam. We all would like to welcome you on Independent Research Ethics Society's journey of knowledge sharing, journey of inspiration, AYUSH SAMRIDDHI. Due to your mentorship, guidance, and cooperation, we have been able to touch milestone of 656 and 57 today. Thank you very much. We are really grateful to you all. Maybe as speaker, maybe as resource person, maybe as guardian for our daily home, Professor V.K. Agnihotri sir, Professor Vishnu Prasad Sharma ji, our beloved Professor Sudhakar Reddy ji, Professor Nishant Shukla ji, Madhu Sharma ji. Really, you are supporting AYUSH Samriddhi mission like anyway. We are grateful to you all and we really pay our sincere and best regards to you all. Thank you very much. Without wasting much time, I would like to communicate. Today, 2 webinars are there. First, Kids Yoga Day, World Kids Yoga Day. So, in that, 3 speakers will guide us, including Dr. Sri Sanatan Mahakotji from West Bengal. Welcome, Sanatan ji. He is yoga expert there. And Dr. Aparna ji is there, Dr. Pranjal. And in next webinar of baby massage, how and why, Dr. Indu Rathi and Dr. Vishal will guide us regarding principles of baby massage. So thank you. I would like to request Professor Vishnu Prasad Sharma ji, ex-principal, Government Ayurvedic College, Guwahati, and President Vishwa Ayurved Parishad, Assam and Northeast, for his welcome blessings. Welcome, sir.
Namaskar. Good evening to everybody, respected distinguished guests, eminent speaker, ladies and gentlemen. I, Professor Dr. Vishnu Prasad Sharma, welcome all of you to this evening webinar on simple and easy yoga for kids. Most important subject. So in this webinar, we have guest speaker. I want to welcome Dr. Aparna Surendra, Senior Physician, Department of Yoga and Naturopathy, JSS Ayurveda Hospital, Mysore. Namaskar, madam, and welcome you. Next, I want to welcome Dr. Pranjal Joshi, Assistant Professor, Dalia Physiotherapy College from Anand. I welcome you, sir, and namaskar. Next, I want to welcome Mr. Sanatan Mohakut, yoga expert from Calcutta. Namaskar, sir, and welcome you to this evening webinar on simple and easy yoga for kids. Most important subject. So once again, I welcome all the guest speaker, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, to this evening webinar. Namaskar, over to Pavanji.
Thank you very much, sir, for your welcome blessings. Thank you very much. For preamble, I would like to request Professor V.K. Agnihotri, sir, ex-professor and head Department of Swasthya Uttarakhand Ayurveda University from Haridwar. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Professor Pawan Sharma ji. Namaskar, and welcome to all the great dignitaries of today's webinar's guest speakers, along with all the senior professors who have joined our platform. Professor Nishant Shukla ji, Madam Parul Joshi ji, Dr. Madhu Sharma ji, Professor P. Sudhakar Reddy ji, and Dr. Dhananjay Inchekar ji, along with our guest speakers, right from Dr. Aparna Surendra ji, our Pranjal Joshi ji, and as such, Sanatan Mohande ji from Calcutta. Well, our subject is very important because after getting some age, say 12 years or 18 years, persons are now influenced by the development of whole world, especially in India, that what for the yoga stands, not only the yogasanas, but all the 8 steps of yoga. But as far as the yoga for kids are concerned, it's very important to whom we should understand kids. Actually, the unborn baby, he starts doing some of the, say, activities which can be put under the subject yoga itself, because the plavanids, which it travels in the womb of the mother with the help of the amniotic fluid, it starts doing so. Moreover, now it is the latest development that up to the 8th month of pregnancy, even if the things are going all right, up to 9th month of pregnancy, would-be mothers are asked to go some of the simple yogic exercise, the yogic asanas, to maintain the health and to be blessed with the normal delivery or almost easy delivery, I should say. So for the well-being of the mother and the baby itself, which is there in the womb, yoga is equally important. And before conceiving, mother is also supposed to go for so many asanas along with pranayama and all that, including garvasana and all that, so that she may be having a good health and good platform for getting a good timely pregnancy and for its maintenance. So, and after the birth, it becomes the instructors like Aparna, Surendra and all that, means duty and scope to proceed with the mother of the baby along with the baby, that how it can be managed to go for initial yogic practices, even on sleeping, carrying, moving with the help of the tricycle and everything. And also one part of yogic practices is also a very important act which we are going to take in our second webinar, that is massage. Massage itself, the yogic practices are confined to go for a particular type of massage to whole of the body. So what more we can have, we are going to listen from our guest speakers. Our pleasure that our Yogi Rajneesh is also joined. Namaskar, Ram Ramji. And this is a pleasure. I would be having a good, some sort of blessings and final remarks on the today's webinar subject, yoga for kids, because you are having kids. The important factor is Professor Pawanji, he is having a kid almost 2 or 3 years, I don't say 3 year old chap.
1.5 साल.
1.5 साल. So it is a pleasure that he is not only a spectator, a guest, parent, but also one of the beneficiary of today's learning, which we are going to have from Dr. Aparna and our So with these words,
योगा के ऊपर और उसके ऊपर है किड्स के ऊपर, तो हमने कहा आज हमें ज्वाइन करना
जरूर
ये
आपका हमारे IRES के प्रति एफिनिटी है, प्यार है, झुकाव है, प्लेजर है, और हम लोग इसको एंजॉय करेंगे. तो विद दीज वर्ड्स वी आर जस्ट आगे के संप्रेषण के लिए प्रोफेसर पवन शर्मा जी को ये मंच देते हैं, जिससे कि आगे कार्रवाई चलाइए. हम लोग ऑलरेडी 8-9 मिनट 10 मिनट निकाल चुके हैं. बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया सभी का, एक बार पुनः अभिनंदन और सबका बहुत बहुत स्वागत. We welcome all the guests.
मैं हमारी अगली वेबिनार की स्पीकर डॉक्टर रेणु राठी जी का भी स्वागत करता हूँ.
स्वागत.
वैद्य पारुल जोशी जी हमारे साथ हैं, उनका भी मैं हार्दिक स्वागत करता हूँ. और इसके साथ ही मैं अपने प्रथम वक्ता डॉक्टर अपर्णा सुरेंद्र को सादर आमंत्रित करता हूँ. स्टेज इज योर्स डॉक्टर अपर्णा. We would like to listen from you.
Thank you, sir. And all of you, good evening. So am I audible now? Yes, okay. So, today's topic actually very interesting, yoga for kids, because we keep on saying yoga, we have to teach yoga from 8, it starts from 8 years to, it can be continued up to 80 years. So now the question is, before 8, can we train them in the field of yoga? Or after 8 to 16, what will be the indications? Like in which all conditions we can teach them yoga, or for a normal kid also, what type of yoga can be taught? So we can definitely have many important yogic techniques which can be applied for overall development of the kids, I can say. Because there is a saying in Kannada, what you get, what you reap, that you get. So the molding is possible in the early ages of our life, and brain development occurs within the first 5 years of life. So in those 5 to 8 years, what we are going to teach them will last long for 100 years. Hence, yoga has many uh, arrows in its basket for the all-round development of the kids. And moreover, actually, frankly speaking, we have to make a small changes in the caption, yoga for modern kids. It suits today's generation, because in olden days, yoga was naturally happening in the ancient lifestyle for the kids, as they have to leave home and go to the gurukulas, where they were trained in all 4 streams of yoga. So it is unlike the modern kids. They have to leave, once they reach 6 or 7 years, they used to leave home, and then they used to go to the ashrams, where naturally all the 4 streams were happening in their lifestyle. They used to serve their Guru Parivara, Guru Patnis. They used to help in the house chores. They used to go to the Aranya and forest to pick the dry sticks for the fireplaces in the home for cooking. So all these were done by the students voluntarily. So Karma Yoga was happening for them. And coming to the next stream of yoga, Bhakti Yoga. So they used to participate in the yajnas, homas, and puja performances in the ashrama. So Bhakti Yoga was also happening. And then coming to Jnana Yoga, of course, they used to go from their guru. So Jnana Yoga was also through their guru and from their colleagues. And then lastly, Ashtanga Yoga, of course, it was their curriculum. It was the part of their syllabus. So all the 4 streams of yoga were their lifestyle for olden kids, whereas modern kids, we have to implement yoga in their curriculum. Say, if a kid starts going to the school at the age of 3.5 years or 4 years, so then we start training them how to write ABCD, how to write the letters, how to read, how to chant the rhymes. But what about the moral education? That is not happening. We are not teaching them our culture. We are not teaching them our real history, which India has history starting from the Vedas. So all these things are not taught to our children, our kids. So that is the first lesson of yoga that should be, which can be taught primarily by a mother. So if we train mothers in yoga, definitely that knowledge will pass on to the kids from the beginning, very beginning. Maybe probably when a kid starts crawling on its 4 legs, definitely it starts doing yogasanas. So you might have, all of you are scholars in Swastavrata, Ayurveda, yoga. So to say cat and camel breathing, when a baby crawls, it starts this Marjalasana. And when the baby comes to the earth, it is born, the first cry itself is a pranayama. So it's the short, deep and short exhalation. So all these, so whether we want or not, yoga is happening in their lifestyle. So how to train them specifically? So at what age we can start yoga proper training? To say asanas and pranayamas, classical asanas and pranayamas can be started from their 8 years of age. But before 8 years, I would like to share some screen with you, all of you participants. Is it visible, sir, now?
Yes, it is visible, madam. But last slide.
Okay, okay. So according to Swami Vivekananda, he says each soul is potentially divine. The goal is to manifest the divinity within. So we have to bring out the potential capacities inside the kid by Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga, and Raja Yoga. As I told you, which was happening for the kids in their lifestyle in the olden days, but today we have to train them. So what about Karma Yoga? So you can tell the small kid to do its activities, like it may be like milestones, passing the milestones, help the kid to pass its milestone by the support of the mother, support of the parents, support of the house people. So that's how you have to and entertain the kid to do some small activities. So this can be started at the very young age. So, and coming to the Bhakti Yoga, training the kid also in chanting some shlokas, small shlokas, and entertaining the kid to participate in the bhajans when the elders are performing the bhajans at home. So this is also one of the method to train in the path of Bhakti Yoga. And coming to path of Jnana Yoga, of course, some yoga classes can in the yoga philosophy classes or some small moral education classes can be started directly from the mother to the kids. So for that, mother need to be educated in the field of yoga. And coming to the after once the kid starts comes to the age of 8 years, then we have to train them in the field of Surya Namaskara and by training some asanas, etc. So here, before it reaches now the question is, till it reaches the age of 8. So what can be taught to a kid? Maybe now consider it has come to the age of first standard, 6 years old kid. So what we can teach to the kid? Definitely some Shitlikarana Vyayamas or some loosening techniques and some breathing techniques, simple breathing techniques like Anuloma Viloma Pranayama, or some hands in and out breathing, or just walking on its toes. It is called as crow walking in yoga. So some simple and interesting techniques. There are simple techniques which are not classical asanas, but they are very simple, some modulations which can be taught to the kids, because till 8 years ossification would not have been over by that age. So till 8 years we have to be very careful not to teach proper asanas to the kids. So some Shitlikarana Vyayamas can be taught. Some breathing techniques other than pranayama can be taught. So we have a lot of breathing techniques in yoga. So for example, we have dog breathing. So imitating the dog's breathing. So dog sits on its last 2 legs and the front 2 legs are straight in the dog. In the same way, one kid can be entertained to sit in Vajrasana and take both hands support and do continuous exhalation by pulling the tongue out. That is like if the kid sits like this, we have to tell the kid to pull the tongue out like this and exhalation. I'm practicing now, demonstrating it now. So continuous breathing, maybe up to 8 to 10 times. This is how the kid can be trained at the age of below 8 years with some simple breathing techniques, which are special modulations in yoga. So coming to rabbit breathing also, in Shashankasana, a kid can be made to sit in Shashankasana and raise its head and pull the tongue out, and it can be entertained to do normal breathing. So just like, because a rabbit breathes very shortly. So per minute, 30 to 40 times inhalation and exhalations will be there. So these are the some simple techniques which can be taught to the kids. Of course, I don't have the video of this rabbit breathing and dog breathing. So I think all yoga teachers will be knowing about these breathing techniques. These are called as very famous non-pranayama, which are not classically, it cannot be found in the text, but still in practice, in yoga therapy practice, all these are practiced for, there is no age bar for these practices. So below 8 years also such practices can be taught to the children. And simple chanting of the Omkara. So Omkara, we all know very well, Omkara comprises of Akara, Ukara and Makara. So chanting of Akara, chanting of Ukara, chanting of Makara. When the kid practices Akara, all the organs above the neck, including the brain, gets stimulated. And when it practices Ukara, the respiratory organs, especially upper and lower respiratory tract, get stimulated, and there will be more and more oxygenation to the lungs, to whole body and brain. And whereas in chanting of Makara helps a lot to the kid to improve the digestion, because digestion problems are very well known for the kids. So to improve the digestion problem, Makara chanting and totally Omkara chanting is also helpful. So all these practices are done below 8 years. So now, if you, once the kid reaches 8 years, so what are all the practices we can teach and how it is going to help the kid to attain physical health, mental poise and intellectual upliftment. So let us see that one by one. The first few asanas which are very helpful in the kids are, so you can see the postures in the screen. One is Padmasana with Jnana Mudra. Second one is Vrakshasana. Third one is Dhanurasana. And fourth one is Shashankasana. These are the 4 main asanas which has to be taught to the kids at the age of 8 to 12 years. So because the very purpose of teaching the asanas at this age are for 4 reasons. We say the first reason is to attain physical health, physical fitness. And second reason is mental health. So mental health includes the stability of 2 quotients. One is emotional quotient and second one is intellectual quotient. So today's generation, they are very much behind watching TV and watching computers, mobile, etc. So these are the distractions for them. So to bring them back from all these attractions and make them to focus more on their inner own power and potentiality, we have to teach them few asanas which has its effect both on their mind and body at the same, by attaining one posture. So the first posture is Padmasana. Padma means Vikasana. Vikasana means just growth and development. So when a kid sits in Padmasana and closes its eyes, and if we have to tell him to just focus on his breathing. Let him count his breathing and how the breath goes in and comes out. So you have to keep and watch on the kid. So he may not be interested in making the posture for a long time, but still, so if a mother or if a yoga teacher monitors, definitely he will be able to attain the pose and sit in the pose for more than say 50 breathing, 60 breathing, definitely within just 15 days. So Padmasana helps the kid to attain the mental poise. At the same time, how to focus on and how to concentrate. Yoga itself is a method. So yoga teaches the kid how to concentrate the mind and how to, it gives him a skill to calm down the mind also. So Padmasana is very helpful for the kid and it is very easy for them. Attaining Padmasana will not be a big issue. Easily they attain Padmasana and they can sit for hours together in Padmasana also. And the next asana is Vrakshasana. So as the name itself says, it resembles a tree. and one leg standing. So it is very, very essential for balancing of the mind, because mind will be very chanchala in the tender age. So below 16, 8 to 16 is the age they attain puberty, and mind will be very moving. So chanchala. So to focus the mind, to attain more and more concentration, so they need to do vrikshasana, and vrikshasana can be taught like with the wall support initially, and then slowly within few days they will be able to come away from the wall and do it. Okay, so this is the second asana, and third asana is dhanurasana. Dhanurasana is why I have included dhanurasana here is, so the spinal column, so we have to concentrate on two main nervous system. One is autonomous nervous system, and another one is central nervous system. If the Padmasana and Vrikshasana focuses on central nervous system, so the Dhanurasana and Shashankasana focuses on autonomous nervous system. So our parasympathetic and sympathetic nerves, they all come from the spinal column. So we need to keep our spine supple. That too, in a growing age, a kid's spine, we can bend it to any extent. The flexion and extension, stretching exercises are very essential for this growing age. So we have to teach them Dhanurasana. This is a must compulsory asana for the kid. Dhanurasana, and then Shashankasana. In Shashankasana, there will be total forward bending of the spine, and there will be bowing teaches them to leave their ego and bend to the elders and take all the blessings and lessons from the elders. So that's why Shashankasana is very, very essential at this stage. So other than these four asanas, of course, we can teach them almost all asanas at this age, but very important is Surya Namaskara. So Surya Namaskara, sun salutation, is very, very essential for the kid for overall development of their body and mind. So at this stage only, we can mold them into a best citizen. So yoga, comparatively, other than other exercises, yoga stands very high. So instead of sending them to some classes like karate classes, or instead of sending them to the gymnastics, so it is better always to take the lessons of yoga in this age. So yoga helps them to attain, one is physical health, second one is mental health, third one is civic sense is definitely induced in these kids by taking yoga classes. And what is their social commitment? They will attain a service zeal because of doing yoga, and they will be a better citizen of tomorrow. And other than Surya Namaskara and these asanas, we can even teach them some pranayamas. The best pranayama is Nadi Shuddhi pranayama, because it balances the emotional and intellectual quotient. So Nadi Shuddhi pranayama is the simple one which can be practiced. And along with Nadi Shuddhi pranayama, Kapalabhati is also very good for them. So Kapalabhati helps them to remove the toxins from the body, makes the body pure and mind also stable. So these are all the few asanas and few pranayamas and other techniques at the age of, which can be started at the early age, 5 years, starting from the 5 years till the 16 years for our modern kids. Any questions, please?
Thank you. Question session will be conducted after the speakers, madam. Excellent. Okay. You have communicated very well. Thank you. Thank you very much. Really. We are grateful to you. Please do join whenever you have time and topic of your choice. Please do join.
Okay, sir.
We will be communicating you regularly. Thank you, Dr. Sudhakar Reddy ji. Thank you very much. मैं अब श्री सनातन महाकोट जी को सादर आमंत्रित करता हूं। वेस्ट बंगाल के रिनाउंड योगा टीचर हैं। वेस्ट बंगाल में वो अपनी योगा क्लासेस भी चलाते हैं। कलकत्ता से हैं। मैं सनातन महाकोट जी का सादर निमंत्रण करता हूं। स्वागत है। प्लीज अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ। आप म्यूट हैं सनातन जी?
Yes. Is my voice able?
Eh? He has rejoined. Audio is not joined. तब तक अग्निहोत्री जी आपके विचार इस लेक्चर।
अच्छा
Voice audible?
यस
यस
आइए स्वागत है आपका सनातन जी यू हैव सक्सेसफुली ज्वाइंड आई थिंक बहुत अच्छा
Yes,
प्रेजेंटेशन रहा या
आपके दर्शन नहीं हो रहे हैं, किंतु आपका ऑडियो कैसे आ रहा है ये भी आश्चर्य है, क्योंकि ऑडियो का साइन नहीं दिख रहा है।
जी
स्वागत है, स्वागत
वीडियो
है।
में देख रहा हूँ, मेरा वीडियो देख रहा हूँ।
नहीं,
वीडियो
आपका वीडियो नहीं दिख रहा है।
अभी हाँ आवाज हाँ
अब आपकी आवाज ज्वाइन हुई। वेलकम।
इरशाद।
आपका वीडियो ऑन कीजिए प्लीज। यस,
वीडियो ऑफ करेंगे।
नहीं ऑन कीजिए। ऑन तो था, लेकिन क्यों वीडियो तो नहीं दिख रहा है।
तो PPT बंद कीजिए।
Hello.
हाँ, यस यस यस,
Hello.
वेलकम।
Hello.
Okay, and welcome to this session. And today is a special day because we are discussing about yoga for kids. Really, it gives very happiness to discuss about the children because today's children are tomorrow's citizen of our country or this world. When we think about kids, we should think just like a clay. When you do clay modeling, once a clay is ready, then as per the structure,
योर वीडियो इज नॉट विजिबल सनातन जी, आपका वीडियो नहीं दिख रहा है। हाँ, अब ठीक है।
okay.
अब ठीक है।
So it is just like clay. Just like clay modeling, we have to take care of the children. Once a clay is ready and it gets just the structure of the statue, like that, today's children, they will become the citizen of future. So we have to focus on the children, means particularly for the kids, for their health of physical and mental well-being. Once we are focused on the different aspects, means what the modern children are facing and how to solve those problems, then it will be a bright for the future. So two things to discuss today. One is yoga and second is kids. Yoga, as we know, we are in India. Yoga is the birthplace here, and we are all doing Yoga Bhumi Bharat, and we all are Bhumi Yogi. And in this modern India, when we think about yoga, two things comes. When it helps to unite our body and mind. Yoga is derived from a Sanskrit word called AYUSH, and which helps to unite our body and mind. By uniting our body and mind, we can solve so many things. That's why it is said, Samattam Yoga Uchyate. When we do anything, if it is balanced at the different level, then we can say the work is success. Like our speaker, while introducing, he said, we do yoga from the womb of our mother. Yes, that is true, because a child grows in her mother's womb before birth, and after taking birth, when we grow from infant to child, in that juncture, we develop the sense organs. There are 5 sense organs, And with that, we feel the touch, we smell, we taste, we see, we hear, like that. So from there, yoga starts, and it says the Jnana Yoga. We learn from the mother nature, and after the infant stage, when the child starts walking, we start moving our limbs like hands and legs, neck. So that time it helps to strengthen our different joints, and it becomes the physical activity. But in the next step, from age of 3 to 5, it is the childhood. In this age, we cannot teach any yoga, but main thing is we can teach them the breathing awareness by hearing different types of music and different types of chanting, this thing. And the perfect age of practicing yoga is age of 8. At the age of 8, a child can practice sutra vayamas or subtle exercises, using exercises, and Surya Namaskar or sun salutation. And that will help not only to keep fit himself or herself, it will give the shape of his body and mind. That's what we say. Yoga helps to develop the personality at the different level. By doing yoga, we prevent ourselves from different diseases from the childhood. But in this juncture, from childhood to adolescent, from adolescent to young, we have to decide the proper postures, because nowadays there are many research. They find when a small child do advanced postures at certain age, at the old age, maybe at the age of 50, he or she will get certain neurological problems. That's why while selecting asanas for the particular age group of children, we have to see their capability and their body structure and the environment. So these are the basic things. But in the second way, when they grow from 8 to 10 years and 11 to 15 years, at this age, we can give all the sitting postures, then standing postures, then supine postures, and prone postures. Like my previous speaker was saying, children like animals, birds, and insects. So there are many postures designed by our modern, our ancient rishis, like called Bhujangasana, like snake pose, crocodile pose, tortoise pose, dog pose, cat pose, cow pose, tree posture. So it is all related to our animals and nature. So children like to imitate, to cobra posture, to do dog posture, to do rabbit posture, like this. So these are very helpful in 3 ways: to rectify their breathing pattern, to correct their wrong body posture, and third thing is to calm down their mind. So these are 3 basic principles of yoga: slowing down the breath, calming down the mind, and relaxing the body. So body, mind, and breath. When we combine all these 3, it becomes yoga. And when we discuss about the children, modern children are so advanced than us because of the development of science and technology. But it is also one-sided development. In our brain, there are 2 lobes. One is left and one is right. One helps to control our emotion and another is for our intellect. But if they are going in one side, it's very dangerous. So it should be balanced by yoga. How to balance? It should be balanced by particular asanas, exercises, diet, relaxation, and emotional culture through bhajanas and meditation, etc. And what are the modern problems our children are facing? Because all children are addicted to mobile with YouTubes, and they face problem with television, and they lack exercise because of the stress constraint, those who stay in the apartments. And there are many schools, those who don't have playground, and it is just like the sedentary lifestyle. So they limit themselves to the indoor games, and that creates lots of problems like obesity. Childhood obesity is becoming the major problem in modern students, and due to excess watching the TV and mobile screen, they're getting eyesight problems, and that inherently creates problems like lack of concentration, lack of sleep, lack of memory power. So for that, another cause is their food pattern. Children, they like the junk food, fast food, and other food like instant, which food will be served them instantly, but that is indirectly dangerous for their health and to their mind also. That's why when we decide yoga therapy for the children, we have to see their body structure, breathing pattern, and state of mind. So particularly yogic techniques called kriyas, trataka, which is very useful for their eyes, and it will help to develop their concentration and memory power. Recently, there was a news, some children are carrying pistol to their school because it is the state of violence in their mind. So to control anger and violence of the school students, we need to give some techniques to control the anger. Like our previous speaker was saying, Sasankasan. Yes, Sasankasan and Bhukshasan, these two are very useful tools for the school children to control
Time.
their anger and emotion.
Sanatan time.
And yes, last point. And it helps to develop their concentration and memory power. Last but not least, I'll say we should prevent our children from becoming obese and from developing the eyesight problem, becoming violence through yoga, because they are the clay. So आज जो लोग कच्चे हैं, लेकिन वो लोग मन में सच्चे हैं, लेकिन we have to strong that clay to the statue by burning with yoga. So this is my suggestion. We should take care of the children's mind with their emotion, breathing, and body culture. And they should be introduced to our Indian culture and nature. This is my last message. Thank you all.
थैंक यू सनातन जी। थोड़ा इंटरनेट ने गड़बड़ कर दिया, आपके वहाँ इंटरनेट वीक है, इसलिए हम आपका पूरा रसास्वादन नहीं कर पाए, बट वी विल इनवाइट यू अगेन। You are our resource person as well as guide on yoga. Thank you very much. So grateful to you. Now I would like to request. Thank you, no problem. It is technical glitch. So now I would like to request Dr. Pranjal Joshi from Ahmedabad. Welcome, Dr. Pranjal. Am I audible to you? Please unmute yourself.
Yes, sir. You're audible. So just
Yes.
1 minute.
Okay. Welcome. Agnihotri sir, till then your comments.
Yes,
sir.
We were unfortunate that we couldn't get the full size address of our expert, yoga expert, Shri Sanatan ji from Kolkata. No problem, but still, as he is expert, he might be having a good not only knowledge and experience, but also performing and teaching the persons coming in their contact. Especially today is a matter of kids. So our both the persons delighted us with their knowledge and how much it is practically possible to the kids. That is very important. I was just searching a small booklet, which is almost a protocol of Government of India. regarding the yoga. This was a full size this thing, and it has given fullest knowledge regarding the whole of the protocol, how we have to manage as far as the yoga day is concerned. So it was there was one more booklet which was covering the yoga for kids. Right now I am not having, but still these experts are making something important, and possibly something can be taught to the mothers and they can communicate to the kids. This much is today's submission. Thank you so much. Dr. Pranja has joined already. Thank you. Welcome, Pranja.
Hello, sir. Good evening. Thank you for providing me a very good platform, and I appreciate your efforts for conducting this important topic on yoga for children. So, moving further, today's my topic is effects of yoga on children. My name is Dr. Pranjal Joshi. I have pursued my MPT in sports and musculoskeletal and currently working as assistant professor at Dalia Physiotherapy College. So, as my colleagues have already told further that what is yoga and what is their effects on children's flexibility and mind and everything else. So I want to just conclude some of the points which I thought it would be necessary for children's. Yoga and mindfulness have been shown to improve both physical and mental health in school age children, ages around 6 to 12 years. Yoga improves children's balance, strength, endurance, and aerobic capacity. Yoga and mindfulness offer psychological benefits for children as well. As previous speaker said, that nowadays children are going towards the depression, obesity, and they don't communicate. They are too much introvert person. So it is not helpful and healthy for children. A growing body of research has already shown that yoga can improve focus, memory, self-esteem, academic performance, and classroom behavior, and even reduce children's anxiety and stress. So they don't just fight with each other, they just understand the situation and circumstances and then conduct accordingly. Yoga increases a child's feeling of well-being. This simple intervention can improve a child's sense of well-being, even for children who face the daily environmental struggles of poverty and conflict. Yoga reduces anxiety and helps regulate emotional response in adolescents too. Yoga improves physical health. In addition to increasing balance and strength, yoga stretches for kids may help improve aerobic capacity. Yoga is an effective mental health intervention. Mood disorders in children and adolescents are on rise. As I have already said, nowadays I also overcome with this issue. Some of the students, when I was teaching karate, they didn't understand what I was trying to say. They just got frustrated. Why sir is restricting us on using mobiles? Why the elderly use mobiles and we can't use mobile? They don't know what is the effect of mobile on their health, but they try to understand what is the physical impact on their health. So I usually used to teach karate to the students age from 5 years to 10 years. So they used to ask me, अगर हम मोबाइल यूज करते हैं तो क्या हो जाएगा, थोड़ी देर ही तो यूज कर रहे हैं. तब मैं उनको समझाता था कि अगर आप योग और कराटे और फिजिकल हेल्थ या फिजिकल एक्टिविटीज की तरफ अगर जाते हो तो मोबाइल से ज्यादा बेहतर आप परफॉर्म कर पाओगे. अगर मोबाइल यूज करते रहोगे तो आपकी दुनिया उतने में ही सीमित रहेगी, आपकी हेल्थ भी डिक्रीज होगी और ऊपर से आपको दूसरे लोग जो हैं जो पढ़ाई में इतने अच्छे खासे हैं, आप उनसे हमेशा पीछे रहोगे. आप पढ़ाई में कभी आगे आ नहीं सकते हो. ये सब जो एग्जांपल्स थे वो सब मैं उनको समझा के फिजिकल एक्टिविटीज की तरफ ले जाता था. योग इज एन इफेक्टिव नॉन फार्मास्यूटिकल इंटरवेंशन that helps reduce the symptoms of both anxiety and depression. Some of the students used to say me that sir मुझे थोड़ा सा टेंशन हो रहा है, मेरे घर में ये चल रहा है, उसकी वजह से ये प्रॉब्लम्स हो रही है, इसकी वजह से मेरे को कुछ भी करने की इच्छा नहीं होती है, मैं बहुत परेशान रहता हूँ, ये करता हूँ वो करता हूँ। अब बच्चों का काम ये नहीं है कि बड़े क्या कर रहे हैं उनको कैसे संभालना है, क्योंकि अगर मान लो कि घर में पेरेंट्स झगड़ रहे हैं, एल्डरलीज जो भी हैं झगड़ रहे हैं, बड़े भाई बहन झगड़ रहे हैं, काका काकी नाना नानी दादा दादी जो भी है बड़े, वो अगर अंदर ही अंदर झगड़ रहे हैं बच्चे के सामने, तो बच्चा उसको अपनी रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी समझ के बड़ा होने की कोशिश करेगा। वो अपना जो एज है, जो उसकी एज के लिए जो हेल्दी है, वो एंजॉय करेगा ही नहीं। अब छोटे बच्चे को अगर छोटे एक्टिविटीज गेम्स और ये सब एंजॉय करने को नहीं मिलेगा तो उसका ब्रेन जो है वो डेवलप कैसे होगा। तो उस वक्त जब आपको पता है कि घर में कुछ झगड़ा चल रहा है, तो आप बाहर क्यों नहीं चले जाते हो, बच्चे को हेल्दी एनवायरनमेंट क्यों नहीं देते हो। हाँ, अगर आपको पता है कि कुछ कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स हैं अंदर अंदर, बच्चे को बताने की क्या जरूरत है कि भाई हमारे बीच में कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स हो रहे हैं, हम झगड़ रहे हैं। उनको ये भी तो बोल सकते हैं कि एक काम कर, मैं तेरे को इतनी इतनी चीजें करने के लिए बोलता हूँ, तो ये एक्सरसाइजेस कर या योग कर, तब तक मैं जो भी है मेरी वाइफ है या उनसे बात करके मैं आता हूँ। बंद रूम में आराम से धीमी आवाज से अगर बात करते हैं तो वो कॉन्फ्लिक्ट भी सॉल्व हो जाएगा और बच्चा भी इम्प्रूव होगा। सिंपल योग ब्रीथ एक्सरसाइजेस, अगर बच्चे को हम सिंपल एक्सरसाइजेस स्टार्ट करवाते हैं ब्रीदिंग से, प्राणायाम से, तो उससे क्या इफेक्ट होगा। सबसे पहली चीज, उसका कंसंट्रेशन बढ़ेगा, उसकी रेस्पिरेटरी कैपेसिटी जो है वो बढ़ेगी, उसका कार्डियो रेस्पिरेटरी जो है कार्डियो पल्मोनरी एफिशिएंसी वो इंक्रीज होगा। साथ ही साथ उसके हर एक मसल में प्रॉपर ब्लड सर्कुलेशन होगा, जिसकी वजह से वो कोई भी, मान लो कि स्पोर्ट्स एक्टिविटीज होती है, हर स्कूल में होती है स्पोर्ट्स एक्टिविटीज, या अगर मान लो कि वो कोई टूर्नामेंट में भी जा रहा है तो वो प्रॉपर परफॉर्म कर पाएगा और वो हमेशा 100% जीत के आएगा। टेक अ डीप ब्रेथ इन एंड होल्ड इट फॉर अ काउंट ऑफ 3। ब्रीथ आउट फोर्सफुली। रिपीट दिस 5 साइकिल्स ऑफ ब्रीथ। अगर ये चीज हम सिखाते हैं उससे उनका कार्डियो एंड्योरेंस बहुत ही अच्छा इंप्रूव होगा। योग गेम्स, अगर आप एक ग्रुप ऑफ जो उनके, मान लो कि आपके घर में जो अगर बच्चा है तो उनके दोस्त भी तो होंगे, अगर दोस्त को आप अपने घर पे आने से रोक रहे हो तो ये उनके लिए एक तरह से वो हो जाएगा कि नहीं, मेरे ही दोस्तों से क्या प्रॉब्लम है इनको। उसकी जगह अगर आप उनको कन्वर्ट करो योग की तरफ, कैसे, हम आपको एक गेम सिखाते हैं, आज आप हमारे साथ कुछ गेम खेलो। कैसे, यहाँ आ जाओ, ये मिरर दिख रहे हो सब, इस मिरर के सामने हम सबको एक एक चीजें करनी है, कोई भी एक एक्टिविटी करनी है। मैं ये कर सकता हूँ, मैं ये ट्री पोज कर रहा हूँ, आप ट्री पोज करके दिखाओ। मैंने देखो पद्मासन क्रॉस करके दिखाया है, आप करके दिखाओ मेरे को। अगर आपसे होता है तो आपको शाबाशी मिलेगी, चॉकलेट मिलेगी, ये होगा वो होगा, कुछ ना कुछ क्रिएटिव उनको वो दो, जिसके लालच जिसको बोलते हैं, पॉजिटिव है ये चीज। उनको वो लालच दो कि उनको अगर वो जीतेंगे तो वो उनको कुछ मिलेगा, प्राइज मिलेगा। One person starts as a leader. The leader chooses a pose to do and shows it to the others. अगर उसको आता है तभी तो वो करके दिखाएगा। उससे क्या होगा, आपकी फैमिली भी हेल्दी होगी, आप खुद भी हेल्दी होंगे, आपके बच्चे भी हेल्दी होंगे। The other players copy the leader's pose as if they are looking into mirror. Change the leader with each round of poses so that everyone has a turn at begin the leader. इससे क्या होगा, जितने भी बच्चे होंगे उन सबको किसी न किसी एक योग का प्रैक्टिस होगा। जैसे कोई चक्रासन करके दे रहा है, वो फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी बहुत इंप्रूव करके देगा। आगे जाके जब वो बड़ा होगा तब उसको लो बैक पेन के चांसेस कम हो जाएंगे, जो हम लोग बहुत देखते हैं कि ठंड के मौसम में जो एल्डरलीज होते हैं, यहाँ तक कि अब तो कॉलेज के स्टूडेंट्स भी ऐसे जॉइंट स्ट्रेट हो गया है, ये दर्द हो रहे हैं, पेन फैल रहा है। तो मैं सबसे पहले यही चीज पूछता हूँ, आप पहले कोई फिजिकल एक्टिविटी करते हैं? नहीं, मैं तो बस पढ़ना लिखना और यही है। पेट इतना बाहर आ रखा है, 21 साल के बच्चे का अगर इतना पेट बाहर आ रखा है, उसको डायबिटीज है, हाइपरटेंशन है, साथ ही साथ थायराइड के भी प्रॉब्लम हो रहे, तो वो बच्चा जब छोटा था तब उसको क्या रहा होगा लाइफ उसका, ये उसकी फैमिली को पहले ही समझ जाना चाहिए। कीप इट शॉर्ट। कोई भी योग आप करवा रहे हो, जैसे ये बच्चा है वो योग कर करके थक रहा है और घूम रहा है, क्यों करवा रहे हो ज्यादा, उतना ही करवाओ जितना बच्चा सहन कर सकता है। उसको एग्रेसिव करवाओगे उसका मन उठ जाएगा। While adults can work their way through a 90 minutes विनयासन्स, ये आसन के प्रकार हैं, that's just too long for kids. As a rule of thumb, Keep classes between 20 to 30 minutes for kids under 7, between 30 to 45 minutes for kids age up to 8 and above. Adolescents between 12 to 17 usually can handle classes of about an hour. Allow time for breaks and transitions too. उनको अगर ब्रेक देंगे तो उनको बॉडी जो है वो थोड़ा रिलैक्स होगा और रिकवरी का चांसेस रहेगा उनमें. प्लान फॉर इमरजेंसीज. क्यों? अगर मसल क्रैम्प हो जाता है बच्चे में तो आप सबसे पहले क्या चीज करोगे? आपको पता होना चाहिए कि क्या चीज होनी चाहिए. मान लो कि वो शीर्षासन कर रहा है और किसी तरीके से वो नाक के बल गिरता है तो उसको चोट लग सकती है. तो इन सब चीजों के लिए आपके पास फर्स्ट एड पहले से ही रेडी होना चाहिए और हेल्दी एक्सरसाइज करनी है सारी. बच्चे को नुकसान भी ना हो, बोरिंग भी ना लगे और आप फुल प्रोटेक्शन के साथ बच्चे को नई नई चीजें सिखा सकते हो. What will you do when the whole class decides they need to use the restroom at once? Plan ahead. For the littlest students, incorporate a whole class trip to the bathroom before you begin. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Very brief, concise, and to the point. अग्निहोत्री सर.
Thank you so much, sir.
वेरी गुड. मैं तो सुन नहीं रहा था, अभी कंप्लीट कर दिया प्रांजल जी ने. बहुत अच्छा, बहुत टू द पॉइंट. एवरी पॉइंट इज बीन properly projected with reference to the kids, those who are supposed to perform, for their parents, for their leader student or seniors, and for the precautions. Every sector you touched, and really this is a masterpiece presentation of a master. Because
Thank you so much,
if
sir.
master is not clear, how he will teach to the his junior? And I appreciate the point
Exactly.
that you spelled or pronunciated yoga. This is what I appreciate like anything. I was especially pointing out yoga is yoga and supposed to be
Yes, sir.
spelled as yoga. So goes the case with Ayurveda. And this is really probably the instruction from our great your mother, Madam Parul Joshi. Because something is very important. We have to stand for Sanatan Dharma. We have to stand for the original words. So good of you. बहुत सुंदर, बहुत
Thank you
अच्छा.
so much, sir.
जुड़ा
Thank you so
करिए,
much.
हमें अच्छा लगता है क्योंकि you are the really the flag holder for the next gen. हम लोग केवल
Thank you so much, sir.
प्रणाम दे सकते हैं, आशीर्वाद दे सकते हैं, शाबाशी दे सकते हैं, लेकिन अब करना आपको है, करना आपको है.
Sure, sir. Thank you so much.
थैंक यू, थैंक यू.
बहुत सही कहा आपने सर, बहुत सही कहा. मैं आशा करता हूं कि प्रांजल जी तरक्की करेंगे भविष्य में. और आज के विषय पे कंक्लूडिंग रिमार्क्स मैं चाहता हूं. आई वुड लाइक टू इनवाइट प्रोफेसर सुधाकर रेड्डी जी फ्रॉम मैसूर. वेलकम सुधाकर जी. ही इज हेड ऑफ पीजी डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ स्वस्थ व्रत इन जेएस आयुर्वेद कॉलेज मैसूर. वेलकम सर, सुधाकर सर. Am I audible to you, sir? Yoga comes under Swasth Vrat department, I hope. सुधाकर जी तक मेरी आवाज स्वागतम स्वागतम.
Hello.
वो ड्राइविंग.
I am driving, sir. After
Okay. Letter. No problem.
We also want to be driven by you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Please conclude the webinar, sir. We are shifting to other webinar.
योगी जी हैं क्या? हम अपने योगी जी को चाहेंगे दो शब्द वही उनसे मिल जाएं. शायद वो नहीं.
देख लीजिए आप.
एक मैडम निशोहन वागलोंग जुड़े हैं. चलिए हम कंक्लूड करते हैं क्योंकि सुधाकर जी, हमारे प्रोफेसर सुधाकर रेड्डी जी ने बोला कि वो कहीं रास्ते में है. तो आज की इस वेबिनार जो हमने 656 स्टेप पर अरेंज की थी, जो योग फॉर किड्स के लिए